What did you hear in our noises challenge? What stops us from hearing things? Maybe because physically we can't hear. Maybe because we're talking too much ourselves, perhaps talking over each other. Maybe not being still and waiting. Maybe not knowing who or what it is that we're listening for. Maybe not expecting to hear anything. Samuel was a young boy who lived in the temple with the priest Eli, and Samuel did not yet know God. So when at night he heard a voice calling him 3 times, he didn't know who he was hearing until someone, Eli, helped him to understand how to listen to the voice of God. Listening to God is something we all have to learn, young and old, and we can help each other, as Eli helped Samuel. Spending time together, being church together, whether in the church building or online. Especially prayer time and reading the Bible time on our own or with family and friends. These are all great ways to listen to and hear God. So we've got an activity now for children to help you to remember to make time to listen to God. Perhaps you could ask parents or grandparents to share with you reading the Bible and praying together as you can listen to God. But now for our activity, we start with an A4 piece of paper. Now cut it in half lengthways. And then cut one of the pieces widthways. To make a piece of paper 1/4 the size of your original piece of paper. It was night when Samuel first heard God. So you need to draw Samuel on your 1/4-sized piece of paper. My Samuel has closed eyes because he's asleep, and he's wearing his pajamas because he's in bed. You could take some time to draw your Samuel and then colour him in. Now Samuel needs a bed. It probably wasn't anything special, maybe just a mat on the floor and some covers to snuggle into. So take your long half piece of paper, fold it, not quite in half, and bring the short end to about 1/3 of the way from the top. Now you can get sticking. Maybe a little bit of cotton wool, or I've got some kitchen paper here. And you can stick it on the top to make a pillow. Then take some bits of coloured fabric or coloured paper, and we're going to stick those on here to make a nice bed cover. Some glue on. And then make a bed cover, sticking it down. Now you can stick the sides together under your fold here, like this, and stick those down too. And now you've made a nice snug sleeping bag to slip your Samuel into. Now you should have a quarter of your paper left. Cut that in half too. And write on it the memory verse. Speak, Lord, for your servant, that's you, is listening. If you need to double check the words, look up or ask a parent to look up for you 1 Samuel chapter 3 verse 10. Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. And you can stick your memory verse on to Samuel's bed cover, and maybe put that somewhere, maybe by your own bed, to help you remember. Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. Try to learn this and then say it every time you hear or read a Bible story, or every time you pray. And when you say it, make sure you are listening for what God may say. You may not actually hear spoken words, but God will find a way to show you what he wants you to know. Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening.